Hola, this is one of my favorite. I really think this is one of my favorite wines of this selection. 2016 Canaiolo Nero, Merla della Miniera. I used to say that our wines usually come from really small wineries, usually less than 80,000 bottles. Some of them are like 2,000 bottles. This one here, 25,000 bottles. The VIP, I think, is like not more than 3,000 bottles, and so on. This is a bit of an exception. This is actually the only winery. This is slightly bigger, almost 200,000 bottles, which is not big, you know, comparing to a Napa Valley big winemaker. It's nothing, but still, from our average, is a bit over. But this wine is so good, and the guy that is behind it is such an interesting person. You can see it from the videos, but this guy has been doing an incredible thing. With the University of Florence, he has been studying, because he discovered that most of the vines of the old guys there, the properties, were grape varieties. There were their grape varieties that were completely unknown, and they discovered something like 300 different types of grape varieties that were not even registered in the list of grape varieties officially from Italy. 300 is a lot. If you consider that 95% of the vineyards in the New World are based on 5 grape varieties, here you have like a treasure that is absolutely amazing. And he's doing a great job on doing muscle selections. It means that he takes the best of clones of the plants and replant it. He's doing his old garden, his own nursery in a way. And he's working a lot on Canaiolo Nero, which is a grape variety that I always thought the Canaiolo Nero was just a simple, stupid grape variety you blend with Sangiovese. That's another thing that makes our wine club, in my opinion, interesting, because I discover actually with you, things that are not written in any book. Canaiolo Nero, in any books is written, okay, simple grape variety, blended with Sangiovese to give a bit of a structure, that's it. Then he actually brought me some papers and books showing that 90% of the wine production in north of Tuscany, south of Tuscany, and north of Lazio was mainly based on Canaiolo Nero, not on Sangiovese. And the reason why they moved to Sangiovese is because Sangiovese is more resistant to disease, and more than everything, it produces more. And so for just commercial and convenient reason, they moved to Sangiovese. I'm not against Sangiovese itself, but I would like to know what happened to Canaiolo. And we have to thank guys like this if we now can discover that Canaiolo is an incredible grape variety. Are these just words? Not really. I'm going to give you an example of how this wine is incredible. He gave me a bottle of 2006, like a year ago, just to try it, okay? And I thought it was amazing. It was 2 bottles actually, and I thought it was incredible. So I decided to put one of them with a carabin system, you know, as a way to pour the wine without opening the bottle. And I've been putting in a blind taste in our famous tasting called the Taste Legend. You know, it's a tasting that costs 200, 250 euro per person, where you can taste the big names, Sassicaia, Ornellaia, Cheval Blanc, Chateau Margaux. You know, it changes every week, but more or less, you know, these big names and stuff like that. And I've been putting in a blind taste. 9 on 10 of the tasting that I've done for that month, they consider this wine the wine of the night. And I was not telling them anything. Trust me, this is a bottle that can be aged for a long time, and it's absolutely incredible. It's difficult to describe it because it doesn't taste any other wines I've tried before. There is something that reminds me Bolgheri, like the good part of the Super Tuscan, let's say, all the vines that there are, vineyards that are beside the sea, near the sea. This is wine is strongly affected, it's 4 kilometers from the sea. There's a bit of a Mediterranean herbs. Then there is something that reminds me a bit like a smokiness. The soil here is really dark soil, and part of it is coal. Miniera means mine, because there was a mine there. There were miners there. It was a coal mine, and you could feel it, you could see it.